You know, you look at Michigan State right now, you look at Duke, a lot of people, including me, Hannah, we were all screaming and yelling when the selection came out, and we said, gee, Michigan State got a raw deal. They're placed in the same bracket with Duke. That's not fair. They won the Big Ten. They should be out west. Oh, really? It wasn't fair to Duke that they got to deal with Michigan State.
I think it's really important you have to understand Michigan State's strength. Yes, we talk about Cassius, Winston, but it's really got to be about their defense. In this game in particular, they got to suffocate you. You know that Duke wants to get to the rim, whether it's R.J. Barrett getting to his left and being able to finish, whether it's Zion Williamson getting to his left, spinning and trying to finish that direction. They've got to collapse, they've got to rotate, and they've got to make you take difficult shots. Meantime, what does Duke have to do? Well, biggest problem for Michigan State in their losses, they average 15 turnovers per contest in their losses this season. If they turn the ball over, that's where Duke is going to be able to score and get easy points, not going against Michigan State in the half court. That speeds up the game a little bit. I think that's going to be really important to see how Cassius Winston and the Spartans handle the pressure that Duke can put on you, in particular in those on-ball screen situations when Zion's jumping those passing lanes.
How concerned are you about Cam Reddish?
I'm very concerned in this game. Look, if Cam is able to go, Duke's got the advantage. If Cam's does not have the ability to go, when you look at the way Henry and McQuaid are shooting the ball right now and Cassius Winston's playmaking ability, Nick Ward's evidently his hand's okay. He's going to be good to go. I would probably give a slight edge actually to Michigan State.
There's no update on Cam Reddish's availability for tomorrow's game. So how do you see that perhaps factoring into the matchup?
Well, if he's unable to play, it's a blow because he's the best shooter that Duke has. So he's able to stretch a defense. You have to go out and guard him. And he's also a good defensive player because he's 6'8", he's long-armed, and he's a very good anticipatory defender. Like, he'll get out in passing lanes. He can get steals. He's able to knock the ball away. He's one of the top steals guys in the Atlantic Coast Conference this year. So not having that extra depth, having the ability to stretch a defense a little bit more, that makes it a little more difficult to key on R.J. Barrett and to key on Zion Williamson. But if Trey Jones keeps shooting the ball like he did in the game against Virginia Tech, I mean, heck, he had 5 threes in that game. Duke only hit 6 as a team. So the 5 that Trey Jones hit to score those 22 points, a career high, that was a remarkable performance. And they've been telling him, Duke's coaching staff has been telling him, you need to be aggressive. If they lay off, you step up and shoot the ball.
Interesting, because that's been their Achilles heel, that long-range shooting to a certain extent. They're
not a great shooting team, but you know they shoot a little over 30% from 3, and they've only got a few guys that are really reliable shooters. And some of the shooters you put in, you're taking away some other things when you put them in there. But Jones taking that shot is a big deal. Not just making it. Making it is the best outcome for Duke. But even if he just steps up and aggressively takes it, then the defense has to pay attention to it. And then you give Zion Williamson, Javin DeLaurier, R.J. Barrett chances for offensive rebounds.
The Spartans are playing their best basketball right now. The kid Aaron Henry, everybody was screaming and yelling, Tom Izzo, what about screaming, getting in the kid's face? It was coaching love. And did he respond big? He had a career-high 20. You mentioned earlier the kid Gabe Brown, averaging 2 a game, goes from 15. That's how you win, when support players step up and help the stars. And they have a star in Cassius Winston. On the other side, you look at Duke, survive and advance. And man, that applies to them big time against Central Florida, against a really quality Virginia Tech team, winning that game. But that's how you win championships. As long as they got Zion Williamson and they got R.J. Barrett, they can put Hannah Storm, Dick Vitale, and anybody else they want, and they got a chance to win. They got a chance to win. So Izzo doesn't want to hear about Reddish's injuries. He's had injuries galore. He lost the kid who averaged 16 points a game, Langford, during the middle of the year. Made no excuses, alibis. They rolled on. This is a great matchup. 2 of the super coaches in college basketball, Hall of Famers, Coach K, Tom Izzo, and you got some great talent. This is March Madness at its best, man. You talk about wanting to dance and March Madness going wild. It doesn't get better than Michigan State and Duke. Are you kidding me?